India is the largest democratic country in the world at the moment. In a democracy, the concept of freedom is based on equality amongst people, and the first step towards it is gender equality. In Indian socio-cultural structure, there is no such difference between gender and sex. However, the reality is different. So let's start with gender identity. It is a person's private sense and subjective experience of their own gender. In most societies, there is a basic division between gender attributes assigned to males and females. In all societies, however, some individuals do not identify with some or all of the aspects of gender that are assigned to their biological sex. Here comes the concept of third sex or transgender. Transgender is the state of one's gender identity or gender expression not matching one's assigned sex. It is independent of sexual orientation. Transgender people identify as heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, and a lot more. The transgender identity umbrella term includes sometimes overlapping categories. These include transsexual, cross-dresser, genderqueer, androgen, bigender, drag kings and drag queens, and more. One particular transgender community is called Jogappa in the south of India. From long past, they are following certain rituals. They are mainly devotees of Renuka Yalla Mahadevi, who is an avatar of goddess Parvati. The disciple of Yalla Mahadevi wear women's clothing, pray, perform rituals, sing songs for the goddess, and devotes their life to the concept of Ardhanarishwar. But transgender people are mostly known as Hijras. It is a common misconception that Hijras are only men who have feminine gender identity, adopt feminine gender roles, and wear women's clothing. In reality, the community is significantly more diverse. It is originally a profession or culture, not a gender identity. So naturally, one individual trans person is not always Hijra. Based on their gender identity, most Hijras are forced to work as sex workers or beg for living. Though a lot of transgender people do work as sex workers or participate in Hijra community, but with new age gender behavior, the scene is changing. Now a lot of people are working in public sector and living a mainstream life. With 2014 Supreme Court verdict, where it created third gender status for Hijras or transgender, now an individual can write third gender if the individual is one. Earlier, they were forced to write male or female against their gender. Though this verdict itself is a little confusing for transgender who are not Hijras, but this surely is a progressive step. In Karnataka, a lot of NGOs like Sangama, Samara, Alternative Law Forum, and the government is also working for sexual minority community. But more importantly, trans people are building job opportunities for themselves. In Karnataka, workshops are being held for economic independence. The corporate world is also coming up with new ideas to create job opportunities. With steps taken by individual and the state, with economic and social independence, we see a better world in a not too distant future.